We are back in the building. I tell you, team, No Excuses presents the Ray Lewis Show. I am not letting no one get away with this one. I'm telling you, it's mandatory that every time you join the show, you must send me a video or picture with your gallon of water. And this is my second gallon of water I have filled up. So I'm just saying, it's time that we take care of ourselves. And let me tell you something. I told you this last week. Sunsets can change your day, but it'll actually change your life. I'm telling you, like, sometimes we think work excites us. We think making money excites us. People sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you, like, there's no greater gift than starting your morning, watching the sunrise, and ending your day catching a sunset. It will absolutely change your perspective about whatever you have going on in life, guaranteed. And now, listen, checking in, I am doing what I am advising you to do. I am training like crazy, business like crazy, dealing with kids, family. And the greatest thing that I've learned, seriously, is, I think the thing that I'm more grateful for is the people that has been around to lead me in life. Someone that I can learn something from. And that's why I think, travel does that, right? Travel introduces all of that. It introduces you to so many different phases of life and different people of life that can teach you a lot of different things. But today, without further ado, I want to jump into this championship mentality, because I want to get Coach in here, because I want to talk to Coach and the world about the importance of having a mentor. Coach, come on, join me for a little while, Coach. Come on, mess with me for a little while. You know this your boy. Coach, you know I got on me some green today. I'm trying to find the other side of that rainbow to see if that pot, this lotto's going up to $1 billion and stuff like this here. I don't play it often, but I'm just saying,
I know, man. I mean, you got on that green like you looking for some of that $1 billion.
Man, let me get some of that, man. Let me get a bit of that.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful Friday, and I hope that everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see what happened with that lottery. I know
we will see.
I know if some people never hear from some people again, they probably the ones that won that lottery.
Hey T, if I hit the lottery, I'm gonna put a tattoo across my face and move to Africa, and my name becomes Babutu. You ain't gonna know who I am. Brother, man, I wanted to jump in this week, man, to talk about the importance of having a mentor. How big is that in life, right? Definitely where we are, but even when we grew up, bro, like most of my mentors was my coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly believe this, right? If you find a mentor that believes in you, your life will change forever. Like, my high school coach, Coach Ernest Joe, he believed in me. He forever changed my life. My high school coach, Stephen Poole, Gary Lineberger, my guy who led me to the first ever state championship. He was taking me home. I didn't have nothing to eat. He would stop me by the store and grab me some food. But the one thing I used to remember, he always said this before I got out the car. I believe in you, right? Man, that took me everywhere, brother. So I just wanted to jump in real quick, drop some nuggets.
Yeah, man, it's an important principle, man, that kind of like been a lost art, because sometimes you could grow up in situations where you don't have a lot of role models and a lot of mentors, people to look up to, people to ask for help. So it can be tough, but having a mentor can change your destiny. I mean, having a true mentor can accelerate you to your goals, because you learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. You could save time, and really, Ray, having a mentor, man, if you want to be something, or you want to study to be in a certain area, you have to learn from somebody.
You got to learn from somebody, Coach.
And there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. And so when I started studying some of my mentors, I got so deep one time, I started studying who they were studying. And I'm like, oh my God, this studies from Earl Nightingale, and okay, this mentor that was dealing with finances, he studied the philosophies of the Rockefellers. And so what I'm trying to say is everybody needs somebody to learn from.
Yeah.
And by having a mentor, a benefit of one, man, it can save you from having a lot of mistakes and making a lot of errors. I remember when Mike Singletary came to the Ravens, you were so excited because not only were you getting a coach, but you was getting a mentor, someone that could spend time with you and really pour into you and share with you the things that help them be successful.
Yeah, bro, because it's crazy, right? Because getting a mentor is the shortcut to success, right? It's like, because all of the things that you don't supposed to do, the mentor is going to help you to make sure you don't go down that exact path, right? It's almost the things that I tell my kids, right? All the time. I say, look, you can be a kid. You can make a mistake, but you can't make the same mistake I made, right? Because I made that mistake for you, right? So that's one thing about parents. Sometimes I think, we try to, make sure that they don't, make that mistake, but it's okay to make a mistake. They just can't make the same one. One of the things I think that changed my life forever when it comes to mentors is the things that I learned, Coach, from each and every teacher, from every coach. And some of them was hard lessons. Like I learned just how not to speak to people from my 6th grade teacher. Yeah, I never forget my 8th grade teacher, my 9th grade teacher. I will never forget the people that said something to me and thought I did not get it. And then I realized that they was actually mentoring me to actually grab it. And when you grab it, bro, look, it's what's going on in the world today, right? Like, if you're on social media, you have a choice. Who are you going to watch and follow every day? Who are you going to pay attention to, right? Like, because every great achiever is inspired by a great mentor, bro. And you know this because me and you share these videos back and forth, right? The many videos we done shared from Dr. Martin Luther King, the videos that we done shared from Dr. Miles Monroe, the people that we have used to mentor us. We have took our time and we've used our time wisely to research and research what our mentors was talking about and the things right, bro. Like, it was crazy how much depth that me and you went to find that type of research, right?
And it's all about that principle of learning. I know we talked about that as a championship mentality quite some time ago, how important it is to not only learn, but have a continuous state of learning. And again, Ray, what I've learned is the more I learn, man, the more I realize I don't know stuff. Like, there's so much that we don't know. Yeah. And so a wise man said a long time ago, the illiterate of the 21st century will be those that are unwilling to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because there are some things that we were taught as kids growing up that you got your own mind now, and things are different because you researching. And a lot of times, we done been in COVID, people are busy. So you might not have time to spend time on the phone with a mentor or what have you. But one of the benefits of social media, if it's something you want to learn, you have no excuses not to get on there and learn something. So you don't have to wait on somebody to give you a call and send you notes every day about what they've been through and how they've been successful. Man, you could research this stuff on your own. You could learn it. Some of our mentors, we learn from they teaching us from the grave. Like, I go back to old school. Bishop Gilbert Patterson, he's passed away, but I listen to old school people and all that wisdom that they shared back in the day. So if you don't have a mentor, don't lose hope. You got that computer where you can log on and you can learn anything that you need to learn.
I can either answer this first or I'm gonna come back to you. But the greatest advice that you've ever gotten from a mentor.
Wow.
You want me to go first? Because I got.
Yeah, you need to go first because that's a deep one. There's so many.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, I remember my high school coach, Coach Ernest Joe, in the 11th grade. And this is when I had to come back because Mom kind of struggled financially. And I had to come back to school. And I had to wear the same shoes like over and over every day. And I came to him one day in practice and I said, Coach, I said, how do I be like him? And he changed my life by saying this one statement. He said, look at me. He said, why you want to be like him? I said, because he got all the stuff. Like, look at his shoes. Like, he got nice shoes and everything. And he says, listen, don't ever try to be nobody else. He said, always remain who you are. And I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, but what if I want what he wants? He said, work for it. He said, but you gotta be willing to work for it. And I said, Coach, you know me. I ain't got a problem with working. He said, the problem ain't working. He said, where you going? He said, you got to have, man, this Coach Ernest Joe forever changed my life, because this conversation I will never forget. He asked me, he said, where are you going? This day, listen to this, my words to him, bro. I told him that day in the 11th grade, I said, Coach, I got my vision. He said, really? I said, I'm going to make my mom proud. I'm going to go to college. I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to make it to the National Football League. I'm going to make it to the Hall of Fame. He said, you really believe all of that? He said, well, go do it. Man, that same man forever changed my life, bro. For telling me.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's crazy, right? That I was able to foresee that, but a mentor actually challenged me to be me. You know me, T. I was always trying to be just to fit in, right? Because remember, I stuttered a lot, of people always picked at me. My dad wasn't around, so I had a lot of dysfunctions as a kid, right? So I was not that popular kid, right? That everybody kind of wanted to be around. But I had something in me, bro, that I don't think nobody else had. I was willing to listen. Yeah.
Man, it's so many for me, because you got to think, and you know this, man, a huge part of my structure in my daily life is study.
Yeah.
And studying and reading. So it's been a lot of them over the years, man. I guess one I could just think about right now that always mean a lot to me is a wise man said, I'm not sure who it was. There's a king and a fool inside every man.
My gosh.
And whichever one you feed, that's which one that grows.
Man, look at here.
So what I thought about it, and it was profound to me, because I have a choice to what I'm going to feed myself. Am I going to feed the old T? That was my nickname when I was in the streets. T. I mean, in the streets. Am I going to feed him?
Yeah.
Or am I going to feed the king in me, who God has blessed me to be?
Yeah.
And so it all comes down to choice, man, and making time for these things that we need to learn. Yeah. And again, man, if somebody don't have a mentor, but it's something you want to be great at, you still can learn. But having a mentor, someone that truly cares, because it's toxic traits of mentors too.
Yeah.
And you got to know if you got a toxic mentor, because there's certain traits that you like, you know what? Nah, yeah. He's successful, but I don't want to go that route. And you might admire somebody for their success, but they may not want to mentor you.
Right.
So it's just different levels to this game, what I call learning, man, a constant state of learning.
Always.
And you and I, man, like I got my study, I know you have your study habits, so just sharing it with our team. If it's something that blessed me in my study, I send it to Ray,
right,
and a couple other brothers that I'm very cool with. If he go through something in his study, he'll send it to me. Yeah. So it's not selfish. We're all learning from people we're learning from.
Yeah.
So I'm learning from your mentors. You're learning from my mentors. I'm with this guy, Lamont Ellis, that's so intelligent with business and finances, things that I need help with.
Yeah.
And he's really spending his time with me, man, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I think about all those football players, especially linebackers, say, Ray, I just want you to mentor me, man. Can you be my mentor? And you've done that, man. So great leaders, they thrive in passing down the things that they know to other people.
Facts.
Yeah, a toxic mentor wants it all to himself. There's no continuation. It all ends with him. But when you're a true leader, one of your true measurements of legacy and greatness is how many people you have that you leave behind.
Servanthood.
Absolutely.
They call it servanthood, man. That's when you serve it. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, someone has to grasp this today, because someone is trying to figure out life by themselves, and someone is studying the wrong stuff and watching the wrong stuff and listening to the wrong people. I'm telling you, today has to be your choice. Every day we get up, we have a choice on which route we gonna take. Every day we get up, we have a choice. Who we gonna follow? Who we gonna listen to? What I'm gonna eat? What I'm gonna put on? We have choices every day. I'm telling you today, you must find a mentor. You must find someone who's biased and not a yes man, not a yes woman. Someone who really wants to help you be a better person. Coach,
which is very rare that you find in today's world.
It's rare.
Yeah. So if you find someone that's willing to offer their time, man, respect their time and respect the opportunity that they're allowing to even learn from them, man. When I get around certain people, man, I don't do a lot of talking at all. My greatest asset when I'm around people I'm learning from is listening. Yeah, listening, man. And so
we gotta be willing to do that. We was given 2 ears for a reason. One tongue, 2 ears for a reason. I get it.
Yes,
so,
sir.
This is what I think is good. I'm gonna let you go after this. We see each other as mentoring, right? Because we will grab a piece of knowledge, and we have done this for 20 years plus. And if we actually kept up with the things that we've shared, that we've heard, or that we've wrote down, or we've seen, I'm telling you, our brotherhood, the connection we had, accountability that we had, forever changed not only the way I look at life, but each decision that I make in life, there's a couple of people in my life that I'm accountable to make sure that I'm on the right path, right? To make sure. Last week was about how do you know you're on the right path? Well, when you have a 20-year history of what we've been doing, right? And not only what we've been doing, what we've been researching, right? I just watched a video so deep, I'm gonna send it to you. But I'm telling you, when you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, it sounds just like something that I would just come up with, right? But it's where we have to go now in today's time. As a father, I'm telling you, if you're a parent, it's the hardest thing you will ever do is have your kid find a positive mentor, someone who wants to help them and are not biased, right? They're in it for their longevity of life, brother. So, man.
Yeah, look, because it gets tricky. You may be great out there at something that you do. And then, I mean, I have quite a few trainers that I mentor, and I bless them, man. I share them with all the things I've been successful with and all the failures that I had. Yeah. And it just tells you a whole lot about a person, Ray, when they're willing to share that, because some people may want you to mentor them, but they really just want to be nosy. Right. They just want, hey, I want you to mentor me. And they just, in it for the wrong reasons, man. And so you got to have discernment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to respect people's time, because I definitely, that's one of my things right now. Time.
Time.
So I'm willing to teach you. I'm willing to share those things with you that I failed at and things that I've grown at.
Yeah.
But don't play with my time.
Don't play with my time.
Yeah. So if you really want to learn from somebody, let it be that. They can be a mentor without y'all having a deep relationship.
Yeah.
They could be a mentor with boundaries.
Right.
I'm mentoring you, but you're not texting me at 12 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just think I'm loving this principle, man. And I know we're getting ready to head up out of here. Right. But to me, it boils down to the principle of learning.
Learning.
Whatever field that you're in, whether it's production, whether it's
no matter what it is,
whether it's plumbing, whatever the case it is, man.
Yeah.
Continue to learn
every day
and learn from someone if you can, so it can accelerate you towards your destiny.
Absolutely. You're always dropping them nuggets. Drop the mic.
Hey, man. Facts.
I got love for you, man. You get out of here, man.
Love for life, bro.
Absolutely, brother. You know, it's really interesting because there's some heroes, there's some people who've done some amazing things and who's left some amazing quotes as mentors. And I'll never forget, one of the best stories of mentors I've ever had was my high school wrestling coach. And I was in the state championship in 1993. And I'm on the mat, and I remember that this guy was so much bigger and stronger than me. And I remember looking over to him, and I gave him this smirk. And he said to me, finish what you started. There had never, ever been a state champion at my high school. And when that man said that, my entire life changed, because to this day, if I start it, I will finish it. I'm gonna leave you with some quotes from some mentors of mine that said some things that forever changed my perspective on life, period. The quote says, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. That's Dr. Martin Luther King. Defeat is a state of mind, but no one is ever defeated until defeat has become accepted as a reality. Bruce Lee. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill. You ask yourself a question when you read these quotes, and those guys are gone now, but their legacy lives on forever because they just did not want to be who they were. They wanted to make sure you and me had mentors to look up to forever. The question this week is, who are you mentoring? And who are you getting your leadership from? God bless you. Thank you for joining us this week. No Excuses presents The Ray Lewis Show. Gallon of water, sunsets, change your life.